Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to discuss about speech writing. This is extremely important. It is because 10 marks of your writing section will be occupied by speech writing. Okay, so let us discuss do's and don'ts of this particular topic. Let me tell you about its marking scheme. In the format, you will get 1 mark, which includes address and salutation. In content, 4 marks will be given. In expression, 5 marks has been allotted. Here, we are very particular about grammatical accuracy, appropriate words and spellings. These carries 2.5 marks. In coherence, relevance of ideas and style, it has 2.5 marks. Altogether, 10 marks. Let's move ahead. Heading. The heading should be catchy and in not more than 5 to 6 words. You can go as creative as you can. Students, heading is must, but how it should be written, I will let you know. Let's talk about opening line now. This includes salutations, introduction, and the topic. Make sure you do mention your personal details like name, school's name, etc. Here, in the opening line, you have to greet your audience, okay, who will come to listen to your speech. There will be judges, okay. You have to greet everyone, you have to introduce yourself, and you have to deliver the topic as well. Then okay, let me show you one example. This is how you are going to start your speech. Respected principal, teachers, and my dear friends, today, here, if name is given in the question, you should use that particular name. If you don't write, you will not get marks in format, okay. If name is not mentioned, then you can write your own name or XYZ. But in CBSE, avoid writing your own name. Write XYZ or any other name, okay. Today, I, XYZ, stand before you all to speak on the topic. Then you will mention the topic which is given in the question, okay. First, you'll greet the audience, then you will write your name as per the question, and then you will mention the topic, okay. Or you could start with a quote related to the topic, okay. Instead of greeting audience at first, you can write some quotation, or you can ask rhetoric questions as well, and then you can come to the salutation. That is also accepted. All right, I hope it's clear. Now let's come to the body. After salutation, in discussing your topic, we will come to body. It is the main part of your writing piece. It is always prescribed that you begin with a short introduction on the topic. It's meant to be precise. Here, you should give short description before you start your topic, okay. Then you need to explain the current situation, the problems, and whether after any corrective actions, betterment in the situation has been observed or not. Let's move ahead. Now here, it's important you follow a sequence. You cannot jumble up your points. First should come introduction, then you will discuss its advantages and disadvantages. Then you have to use a lot of varied points. It's better if you choose a best one and write on one each. Here, what you can do, you can choose at least 4 to 5 topics related to the topic which is given in the question, okay. And on that topic, you will find out 5 points and start writing on those 5 points in body section, okay. Feel free to give your personal opinion in 1 and 2 lines. It is very important that you do not deviate from the topic. Of course, it is extremely important because when you are talking on a topic, it should be coherently spoken. It should not be talking about something and in the next moment you will move towards something else. Therefore, sticking to the topic is extremely important, depending upon the topic in question. Here, based on the topic, you are going to write relevant points with examples relating the same to the current situation in a very concise and coherent manner. that should be done in body section. Let's come to the solution or concluding paragraph. Remember that whenever you elaborate a problem, mention the steps being taken to improvise the situation and suggest a few solutions as well. You cannot leave the audience with the problem. You have to write what are the measures which are being taken by the government or NGOs or any other institution of the society, and what could be the appropriate practical solution to the problem that you have mentioned in your topic. You can add a few quotes related to motivate the people to take action. Here, you can write some enthusiastic, motivative quotations so that people can get more enthusiastic after listening to your speech. Keep in mind, your speech should not bore your audience. It should be something which are related to them. Okay, it should be something which they can utilize. All right, somehow you have to relate your topic with audience. All right, why they are listening to your speech. That should be productive, then only it will be fruitful. Let's move ahead. Here, at last, don't forget to thank the audience. This is also part of format of your speech writing. So don't forget to mention, don't forget to thank your audience for their cooperation and their patient listening. It is very important to conclude what you have started. Obviously, when you are started with a problem, there should be solution, and at last, when you conclude, you should conclude by thanking the audience, because without their participation, there is no point of giving or delivering speech. Okay, never leave a speech or, for that matter, any of your answer open-ended. Here, you have to ask such questions which will be related to the topic and which can solve your problem. Okay, make sure you write in paragraphs. You will write intro in one paragraph. You will write for body. You can change numerous paragraphs based on the idea, different ideas, and in conclusion, you can use one paragraph. Ideally, there should be 3 paragraphs, but if you wish, in body section, you can add more paragraphs as well. This is the example of speech writing. Students, I hope it's clear to you. At first, you have to mention the heading, then you will discuss the body.
At first, you should thank your audience. Then you should write advantages, disadvantages in the body section, and those problems you will conclude in the concluding paragraph. You will write your views, and you will talk about the initiatives of government and NGOs to solve the issue. And before closing, you have to thank the audience. These are the points which you should remember. I hope it's clear to you. If you have any doubt, you can talk to me.